I'm a professional brewer standing in our brewery called House Brewing Company, and choosing water, analyzing water, adulterating water, preparing water for brewing is one of the most important things that I do. And we here at the brewery thought that it would be fun to blindly try 7 different waters, one of which is actually the water that we do brew with right here in Charlton, Massachusetts, moving right into sample number 1. It's hard to comment on the appearance of this. Clear, looks like water. Smells like not much. It's refreshing. I don't think it had minerality to it. Right here, I do have a little notepad. When I go through these tastings, I like to taste all 7, get my first impression, and then go back. If I stick to my first impression, which I usually don't, because it's usually wrong, it's not as valuable of a tasting. So sample number 1, nice and clean, no minerality. Sample number 2. All right, that tastes kind of mediocre, not very refreshing, not as dry. At least that's my first perception. Has a little bit more body than that first sample. This I kind of like. Super clean, simple, medium body, maybe filtered, question mark. Moving on to sample number 4. Looks like water. Oh man, this is tough. I gotta taste 3 and 4 side by side. I think sample 3 was a little bit drier than sample 4. Sample 4 had some of that body of the second sample. So medium bodied and clean. Sample number 5. Okay. Sample number 6. This one is really nice. Super soft. It's just got a cleanness about it. Feels very low alkalinity, which in brewing terms means there's not a lot of residual salt or minerals. And for the final sample in this historic water tasting, it's got my nose in it. I thought they were going to stand out more than they do. Liquid Death and the Charlton water are the only ones that aren't touching plastic. And I'm trying to see if there's like a impression of plastic that we get. I think most bottled water is bottled in polyethylene. In theory, it should not leach plastic and the taste of plastic, but I think there may be subtle differences between these. I'm really trying to split hairs. I should mention for the brewers that are watching, you know, the types of water that are in locales actually gave rise to many of the styles that we love today. Dublin water is super hard, gave rise to beers that make sense to brew with roasted malts, like Guinness. And in Pilsen, for example, the water is incredibly soft, meaning there's low minerality. So a nice light beer like Pilsner Urquell came to be because of that brewing water. And that's why we love analyzing, tasting, and dissecting water so much. Most of these waters seem to be relatively low alkalinity. I'm not getting a very high mineral content in any of these waters. The reality about water is that it's simply an engineering endeavor. You can take reverse osmosis water or low minerality water and add exactly to it what you need to create the type of water profile that you want. So I hate to remove any of the magic or luster of specific water from different regions, but if you're paying attention and you do the correct analysis, you can make any type of water that you want through mineral and pH adjustment with things that are readily available to all of us. Rapid fire. I definitely have to say that numbers 3 and 6 were my clear favorites. I thought number 3 had like a really nice, easy drinking crispness to it. Number 6, no minerality at all. Felt almost like reverse osmosis water. Really clean, no plastic character to it. And then the most well-rounded, really soft, drinkable water, plain water, I found to be number 5. Which of these waters would I pick for brewing? I think sample number 1 was really, really mineralless, much like sample number 6. Samples number 1 and 6 I would definitely choose to brew with. I would love to know what each of these was. I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure. It'd be impossible for me to guess.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Aquafina,
Aquafina,
Liquid Death,
Liquid Death,
Poland Spring,
Poland's, oh nice,
Voss,
Voss,
Fiji,
Fiji.
Charlton water,
Okay, yeah.
and on the end is Dasani.
Dasani. Interesting. As I'm recapping what I tasted right now, the two well waters, artesian waters, were pretty nice and I enjoyed both of them similarly. Charlton water was super clean and dry, and it has a freshness and pureness about it. It's actually the Southbridge water, municipal water, which we get here in Charlton. Series of 5 reservoirs, really amazing infrastructure. The folks over at the Southbridge Water Department do an amazing job. All right guys, so we wanted to mix it up in this video. Hopefully you found this entertaining. Certainly water is one of beer's most critical ingredients, as you know. We want to thank you guys for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, it's a huge help to us. We got a lot more great content on the way. We'll see you next time.